You hear people trading options, you hear people trading stocks, but which ones should you trade and why? I'm gonna give my personal opinion on both and you can decide what best suits you. But before we get into that, let's talk about what's new in the options portfolio. Since last week's update, I've closed one position and I've opened up two new positions. So this is new news to you and maybe a little new news to Tom. I took profit on Baidu for a $186 profit, which is nice to start building more and more of a cushion because I know the losses in trading are inevitable and they will come. So on Monday, we actually did a new strategy called a ratio spread. A ratio spread is really similar to a regular spread, except instead of buying a call and selling a call, we bought a call and sold two calls, and that's where we got the ratio spread. This is a higher probability type of trade, but with the higher probability, they offer a lower amount of profit, which I'm 100% fine with. If there's one thing in trading that I've learned, I do not care about the money. I'm being so serious. I rather focus on the process. Now, using the ratio spread strategy, I took a bearish position on TME. That was on March 22nd, and then just a couple days later, they ended up releasing some news and it ended up tanking the stock. I mean, absolutely tanking the stock, and the overall market selling off that day may have helped with the downwards move. After such an aggressive sell-off, I decided I wanted to attempt and buy the dip by selling a put spread, and I did this the other day, and Tom doesn't even know I took this trade yet. So if you're watching this, Tom, we'll be talking about this tomorrow in the live session. The ratio spread and the put spread both have about 57 days until the May 21st expiration, so we still have some time. That's all that is new for the options portfolio for this week. You can tune into the series The Two Utes, where Tom Sosnoff is showing Kay and I the ropes of trading options. We all have to start somewhere, so feel free to tune in on Mondays and Fridays at 12:30 Mountain Time on Tastytrade.com. Now, options versus stocks and what's so special about them, or what are their advantages? Now, from someone that has only traded stocks and is now learning options for the first time, I'm going to be talking about the advantages that I personally see on the surface, so please do more in-depth research if you're really deciding if you should be trading options or stocks. Number one, I think of buying options like buying a group of stocks at a discounted price, but you only get to own them for a limited amount of time because all option contracts have an expiration date. As to where with stocks, you own the shares you buy and you technically own a piece of the company. And there's no expiration date unless the company goes bankrupt. And then your shares will be worth nothing. Just like when option contracts expire. But it's actually not that likely that the company you own is just gonna go bankrupt unless you're investing in some penny stock. So right off the bat, that's one advantage with stocks. You own the shares and you own a piece of the company, and there's no expiration on the shares. As to where with options, there is an expiration date on the contracts and you don't own a piece of the company. Now, my second point, and maybe where I see the most benefits trading options, is the fact that you can control a group of shares at a discounted price. So let's just say I wanted to trade PayPal, and right now PayPal is sitting at about $234. You know, a really good move for some of these large cap stocks might be a few dollars, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. You know, those are really good moves on the day. And let's say you could only afford about 2 shares of PayPal, and that would cost you about $470, if my math's correct, about $470 for just 2 shares if you wanted to trade PayPal. And let's say the next day it goes up $4. So if it goes up $4 per share, you own 2 shares, you're up about $8 total. And if you wanted to sell and take profit, you would make about an $8 profit using about $470. Now, if I'm trading options, instead of buying 9 shares of PayPal using stocks, which would cost me over $2,000 just to buy 9 shares, you can see right there the power of leverage in options. And for someone that's just getting into the market, more specifically trading in the stock market, I would maybe recommend you trading shares first, even if it's just 1 share. Understand how 1 share is executed, and then I would suggest moving on to options if you trade more large cap stocks. So all in all, if you trade large cap stocks, that's where I personally see a huge benefit of trading options. And many of you guys may have even seen my previous videos where I trade a lot of small cap stocks using technical analysis, and I'm not trading options whatsoever. I'm just trading shares, and a lot of the small cap stocks, some of them don't even offer options to be traded on that stock. In my opinion, large cap stocks are great for trading options, and I think can be more beneficial for trading options. And with smaller cap stocks, in my opinion, I think buying actual shares could be an advantage as well. Please do your research. That's gonna be it for this video. That was the updated options portfolio. Again, tomorrow you can tune in live on Tastytrade.com. I will have another update update video for you next week. I hope you enjoyed talking about options versus stocks. If you got any value out of this video, I'd appreciate just hitting the like button and subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss any more stock market information. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.